Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode on the SMP server. Today I do want to do something slightly out of the ordinary, and that is mainly because I've done a lot of things and I haven't really shown you what I've done, so I would like to sort of bring you up to speed before we do anything too major, because like I said, in the past couple of episodes, I do want to start getting ready to leave and go and do the other project. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to finalise a few things, even though this doesn't look very finalised. For the past about week, I've been just literally on the server, just like AFK, just leaving my computer running, and that's to get iron from the iron golem farm, which I'll show you in a second. But also as like a what would you call it? A plus of that. I just set this up for the mob farm, and it sorts out everything else. Well, okay. Apparently it doesn't. There's something wrong with my sorter. I thought that this sort of thing worked, but otherwise, well, it has been working. It may have just had a malfunction there. So I've just had the gunpowder thing in, written down to here. So just so it wasn't going to waste, because there's something up with the AFK streams at the moment where they don't work, and I don't know why they don't work. I just know that they don't work, because I was like going AFK for a night and then going to the AFK stream and there'd be like a stack of iron, if that. So, and for a night it's usually about a stack of blocks, not a stack of ingots. So yeah, there's definitely something going wrong there. Let's take a couple of those. So the main reason I've been going AFK is for the iron, and you might not think there's a lot there. Well, there is quite a lot there, but there's not. There's a lot less there than there should be there, and that's because I have been converting it into emeralds. We do have a emerald guy on the server, and he'll give you emeralds for iron. So I've now got nearly a stack of emerald blocks, which is crazy. Like, and oh, look at that! We need to find the weather at some point. Maybe we'll do that today. So yeah, my original goal was to get enough emerald blocks to make a beacon out of it, because I think it'd look really cool, and like emerald's probably one of the most difficult things to get, especially emerald blocks are. So yes, that's not been particularly easy. Oh dear, I need to go and get food. Let's turn the weather down, shall we? Let's just turn it down all the way. So, with that being said, you might not think that I've been doing a lot because I have just been AFK, but there has been a couple of changes that I've done. The last episode I did say that I was changing a few things around spawn, which I was, and then I came on here about 2 weeks ago and recorded something, and then guess what happened? It didn't pick up my microphone. That was about an hour of raw footage and probably about half an hour of like usable footage, just gone, completely gone, because it didn't pick up my microphone. That's always nice. So I do want to go and show you spawn if I can, because that's always nice to show you what I've been doing. Oh, is it really not night? I really would have quite liked to get rid of the rainbow one. Ooh, okay, my bad. I'm sorry about this. I am wasting time now. I want to go and show you the potion room really quickly. And to save on time, here we are. So what I've really done here is, because like a lot of you will know, but then some of you won't know, is when I make things, I don't like to use people's designs. I like to come up with my own, just because that's where I find the fun. Like, I know a lot of people do like to go on YouTube and just find tutorials and just build those in their worlds, and for me that kind of takes out of the fun of it, because it's like, you don't really need to think, and I'm not dissing anybody that does that. I'm just saying, for me personally, that isn't what I like to do. And some people might think that's weird that I don't like doing that, but that's just me. So my first, when I was making this, about 6 months ago now, I started on this, probably a little bit longer. My main idea was to get a system whereby I wouldn't need to do much at all. Maybe like fill bottles and put into the brew stands, but like it would all be dispensed to me in a really easy fashion, so I could just come here, 2 second job, and then have them brew it for me. And you know, I did this speed one first, and I'll show you this. Oh, when it lets me, I'll show you the redstone for this. It's very messy, because like I said, I was just doing it on the fly, and I have obviously changed a couple of things. It used to dispense these there where that water is, but then hoppers came out and I changed them. That was like a minor change. And then, you know, some of the redstone from this is missing, but it worked well. It dispensed them into my hand and I had to put them into the hoppers, into the brew stands. And then obviously hoppers came out and they could put them in. So that was like a nice, I thought that I was at a point where I was like, okay, I have achieved my goal. And then the other day I can't be asked to fix that. The other day I came on and just thought, you know, scrap that, come up with a new way, a completely automated way of doing it. So I came up with this. Still unsure if that one's needed, that piston just to keep you in place, just because when you do it you kind of step on, and sometimes you'll sort of step on it. I can't get it to do it now. Sometimes you'll step on it like that and it's just annoying. So what happens is, obviously at the moment there's no way to fill up water bottles automatically. You can't do that. There is no way to do that, and they don't stack, so they are a pain in the arse to try and store. So what I've done is I've devised a system, and this system is, it requires 2 presses of buttons basically. This button here, this chest will be gone, don't worry about that. This button here basically sends this minecart chest, and it'll go and fill, there's like some chests on top of those hoppers or behind them. No, they're on top, you just can't see it at the moment. So this will go over the tracks and it'll fill the chests up with water, so they'll kind of dispense across all 4 of them. So maybe each chest will have like 5 or 6 water bottles in, so it's ready for the next one. And what you'll tend to do is, when you come here, you're supposed to come here and press that button, and then the last batch has gone. That's gone and it's filling up the system, and it dispenses you 27 bottles. And then what you're supposed to do there is fill them up, fill the water bottles up, and you just do it like that, and it throws them on your head if you hold shift, because obviously the dropper's there. But then eventually this minecart will come back down here. You'll see that in a second. It should be the next way one it goes round. There we go. So it'll come around here, and literally all you've got to do, this is just to ensure that the system's always full. You just click like that and it'll take them in, and then that part's done. You leave that for the next time. So as you saw when I came in, that was full. It's just there as a buffer. And then literally all you've got to do then, press that button, it's done. That is it. You don't even need to do this step. It's just nice, so you don't ever have to like have no water bottles there. And as you'll see, it's the nether wart for all of them. And then as we can see, it's magma cream, then redstone, magma cream, then redstone, so on and so forth. So it's completely automatic. And you know, I could probably go on YouTube and find a better system for this, like a really simple one. But the thing is that I like about it, it's my design, and you know, I just like the fact of being able to say, okay, I did this. And for the next one, I might even design a different one. Though I don't know how many I don't know how many I can come up with. It is slightly messy. I tried to keep it within, like, I tried to go vertical rather than like horizontal, just because if I'm fitting these next to each other, I do want to make sure that I'm not intruding too much on the space of the other ones. But apart from that, I could have gone backwards, but you know, future plans, I don't want to go too far if I don't have to. It is quite compact, but it's kind of not at the same time. The biggest bulk to it really is this minecart track. because it has to allow, like, I had to go up and around because there's all this redstone in the way. But yeah, that's about it for that, and it works really well. Like, I've never had it fail since I completed it. It's not failed once, so that's really cool. And then they're in there. Literally, all you've got to do next time. Well, what I generally do is I was gonna put hoppers there and it'd go into their own chest, but there's no need really. What I do is I just hover over, press Q, um, and then, like, as you can see, the water bottle's going back in, so I could just press the button again and it'd be ready to brew a next batch. I just press Q just to throw them on the ground and then pick them up. That wasn't the best example, but yeah, and then I just put them in that chest. So it really is very simple. There's no, it's not a difficult system to understand really. I think the part that I've done the least good is this part, just because, like, people probably think that this is for something else. But yeah, as long as I know how to use it, I don't really mind. And it's, like I say, two presses of a button. I hope that I explained that well, because I don't think that I did, but you know, that's it. I am really happy with that. It took me about 5 or 6 hours just because I was, like, scratching my head watching a film at the same time, just like doing a little bit on it, just taking a little break, and then, like, thinking about how I could do it, and then it did come together really well at the end. There's nothing in there that's really redundant. It all does work pretty well. So let us go to spawn. Aha, we can slip the rain off. It's nice and dark. So the thing is that there's a few differences in my recording that I've done today, and I hope that it turns out well. I'm not too sure, and I'm not sure how many of you care about this, but I usually record in 30 frames a second, which is like half what I usually play in. I've got a 60 Hz monitor, which means that I can see 60 frames per second, essentially. And so now I'm recording in 60, but YouTube can only support 30. And the reason that I'm recording in 60 is just because so it's smoother for me on my end, and hopefully it'll make the finished product a lot smoother. Now the only problem with that being, YouTube might not like 60 frames per second videos. I have not tried it yet, so we will have to see. I do like the look of that. I mean, a lot of people think it's a bomb, but I do like the look of it. It looks really cool in my opinion. And they are really loud. I did try to record this before, like I said, and it didn't go too well. That wasn't because I was recording at 60 though. Like, if we can see there, I'm sitting at a fairly decent 60. I can see it's going up and down a little bit. But it definitely feels a lot nicer than the 30 that I used to play with when I was recording. I've also got a new hard drive, which means that I can basically record everything, which is really useful, because it's like I used to miss a lot of things, and now I just record and then I'll just edit out the things that don't really matter, which is really nice. So this is spawn at the moment. I tried messing about with the roof on here. I did it with leaves and things, and the problem with that was, well, no, leaves worked, but if I put, like, any other block there, you'd spawn on top. You'd spawn on top of this room, like, so there was no real point this room being here, because you wouldn't spawn in it. So it's just going to be, this is just for people to spawn in. Like, when they initially come on the server, every block in here is spawnable. And it's just going to give them a little bit of, like, say if it's nighttime when they join, they won't get completely mobbed, or if you die and your spawn is broken or something, it just gives you a little bit of time to prepare yourself. I had to put these on the outside because people that are not moderators can't actually activate things in here, so it's going to have to be an empty room completely. I said this before, I feel like I'm going really fast here. I want to get rid of these. We've had a discussion with a couple of people, and you know, the general consensus is we don't really want them. We can get to the place through the nether and things, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a nether track. And the other one was here, and I used the do you know the dark oak wood thing? I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a way to break obsidian with the dark oak trees, and I actually used those to break that other command block. So I didn't use any sort of cheaty way to get rid of them, because you can't mine them. There's no way that you can mine them. So I'm going to do that for that one as well. I just want to make sure that we've all got a way to get to the new lands before I do that. And that really is about it that I've done in this area. There is a little bit that I've done in the nether, but I'm going to leave that until next time, because I can give you some information about that, but it's like it's been a long going project. If you've been here for a long time, you'll know that when Wither Skeletons came out, I started a Wither Skeleton farm, and I was going to clear out all of the nether, and that's still ongoing. Me and a couple of the people on the server have been doing more clearing of that, so it is really it's coming along. It's nowhere near complete yet, but it is coming along. I'd say it's about 30% complete, and we're going to half slab all of the bottom, so like gas can't spawn and things like that, so it should be really cool, and I do want to show you that next time. But I'm also setting up loads of TNT there, so next time we're going to have a massive bang. I don't really want to go there now, because if I go there now, I want to blow it up, and I don't want to blow it up until it's completely done. So, even though this has been very short, I did just want to give you a bit of an update on what I've been doing. There's a few things that are coming up, like I've just started a new job, so I can't really be on here too often, and I can't really be recording too often. I'll be recording when I can. I don't know why I deleted that block. I'll be on here when I can, I'll record when I can, but if you see like a slowdown in videos, if they could get any slower, that is why, and I apologise for that, but eventually I'll get into the job, and then, you know, I just want to settle into it before I start spending my time in other places. It's the weekend at the moment when I'm recording this, so I've got a little bit of free time. So, that, my friends, is it for this time, and I'll see you next time when we blow up the bomb, hopefully. Alrighty, I'm not sure where this is going to fit in. I imagine somewhere either in between or at the end of a video. So, a bit of an explanation before we have a look at what is beyond this. Lovely, engage. As I mentioned, possibly earlier in this video, or like in a previous one, I've been just overnight leaving my computer on, AFKing to let the farms and everything go in the background whilst I'm away at work. And obviously because chat stays, I came back today and I scrolled up, and then I saw Engage saying be right back, just gonna go test a prank out on you. And then he came back, and then he logged out, is what I saw in chat. But I actually just got disconnected, so that's why I can't show it to you. I wish that I could show it to you. But then I used blue wool to block myself into, and it's now soul sand, so we're gonna see what the deal is here. Can you? Oh, by the way, the skin server's down. That is why I'm Steve. Oh wow. Okay. For God's sake. Midge, you've been AFK for so long lately. That's something. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, we've developed a growth. Oh, I fucking hate him. Wow. I thought he changed the ceiling there. I don't know if I showed you this before, but I was trying to get this sorted, and I actually decided to use these daylight detectors because the bottom of the block looks really cool in my opinion. So that's what's up there. Oh, I wonder how extensive this is. Oh, quite extensive. Quite extensive indeed. Oh, I apologise if I do sound tired. It's possibly because I am. Is about the as far as that one goes. Oh wow. Okay, that isn't too bad. Oh, oh, I just, fuck's sake. I just blocked myself in here. Okay. So, it hasn't done anything there. It's probably because of the redstone and stuff. I had a button here for this before, but I changed it over to pressure plate just because it's easier. So, okay, so there's this stuff. Let's go have a little more. I do like that. It's quite funny because I've been in total, I'd say around about 150 hours in total. I've been AFK for. So yes, I imagine he's sick of seeing me on and not actually on. Okay, so he hasn't done too much. I mean, he could have gone really overboard, but that's still a pain in the arse. Yeah. Okay. So hopefully we've got, yeah, there's 81 on that. Let's just use the spoon. I was gonna say I don't really fancy it breaking and then having to go and do it over again. So I think I might keep a little bit of this. Maybe move it a little bit because it does look pretty cool, doesn't it? I don't know. We'll see. However, you're going to see. Actually, before I do this, let me just show you one thing. Um, do you know about the egg? With Matthew Talbot, we gave him a chicken egg and textured it as a dragon egg. Well, he actually, I've got an egg supply back there in that lapis room. He hatched all of my eggs, a bit like what Dorky did to me before. Um, and those were his messages that he left. And he also left this guy. I think we're gonna keep him for the time being. Maybe name him or something. That's what's going on at the moment. So yeah, like I said, you just see. I don't know. I'll just speed the clean of this up, just so you know that I have done it, and then I'll see you then. Alright, and that I believe is back to the way that it was before. Um, oh, does that I missed? I think what I'll do is keep a little bit of it on me, and then just have a little look at where it could be used in places. Cause like up in this place, I think that'd be quite nice. Have a little bit of it. Cause it isn't too bad. It does look pretty decent to be honest. No, no, no! Don't you dare kill him. Hey, just been speaking to Engage. He came round, possibly to mock. And now I've said that he's gonna murder him. He's an annoying little bastard, I'll give him that. I hate how arrows don't despawn. Anyway, I am going off on a tangent here. Is there anything more that I would like to say, Matt? Use the 5-letter word. Ah, Matt and Engage have issues together. Don't tell Engage, but Thor Jr. actually died. I hit that by accident and let him out. And then I had to. Then he killed me. And then there was a skylight and he burnt in the daylight. So I've now made a new Thor. Give him an anvil called Mjolnir, which is Thor's hammer. And I've given him a helmet so he won't happen so easily next time. Ah, therefore, not recording. Ah. Right, yeah, that's about it anyway. So, like I said, I don't know where this is going to fit in. I'll try and fit it in somewhere. And hopefully it won't seem too out of the ordinary. Whistles. Right, yeah, like I said, I'll see you next time, or if the video continues, you'll see me then. Bye bye.